So it's your boy KashCutProductions. I'm back. We're back with Wreckin Ralph, man. What's good, bro? Go ahead, talk your shit.
Hey, Wreckin Ralph, LDT. You can call me Wreckin. We're gonna be switching things up.
All right, what you mean by that?
So I'm dropping the name Wreckin Ralph. We're gonna go by Wreckin going forward, and it's a whole rebranding process, a whole new sound, a whole new movement, whole new everything. It's still LDT. LDT is still the movement. You catch a ride, but it's Wreckin going forward. No more Wreckin Ralph. Wreckin Ralph's dead.
Okay, bro. So, I mean, what's been going on since the last time we linked up with you?
Shit, since the last time we linked up, it's been a short period, man, but I've had a lot going on. This distribution deal we locked in, we've been putting a lot of music in. They're happy to be behind us and stuff. We got a lot of merch locked in. I got my album dropping November 13th. It's got Color of the Tone on there with Mark Gaboda, Livola, King Kylie. I got Juan Gotti, Lucky Luciano on that album, and basically that's how I'm ending my journey as Wreckin Ralph and just moving on from there.
Okay, because you did mention it was your final album. I thought you meant final as in done rapping, but I didn't know you meant final as like that.
Right, so that's kind of like a little PR trick, a little publicity trick I was trying out, just letting everybody know it's Wreckin Ralph's final album, kind of get people talking and stuff, and really it's a rebranding game, and that's kind of like gives you a little bit of insight too as to how my mind works. I'm always thinking a few steps ahead, and my team gets to see that, and a few people around me get to see that, but a lot of people don't really understand the whole thing. Like everything I do, it's a calculated move.
Mm-hmm. So moving forward, like, are you coming different sound, whole different demeanor, different swag? Everything is gonna be whole different.
Yeah, because if you look back at Wreckin Ralph, man, like Wreckin Ralph, if you knew me like from high school, you see me like wearing Dickies and like plain T-shirts and stuff like that. And really with Wreckin, you're gonna see a lot of just like new drip, really just like pushing the team merch, like grow out the hair, grow out the beard and stuff like that. It was all part of transitioning into this new look, this whole new persona, this Wreckin, you know what I'm saying? So that's where we're at right now. And of course, Trill Savo and Swizzy Sweet still rocking with LDT, so we're still doing the thing as a team.
Mm-hmm. So recollect, what's the meaning behind that?
Man, recollect is like I said, it's me closing out Wreckin Ralph's journey. So, man, like I put over $5,000 into the album, and to me that's not a flex or anything like that. That's just me saying how much I love my craft and I take my craft seriously.
Is that the most you've put? Sorry, I didn't make.
No,
is
yeah,
that the most that you've put in so far, or
on one album? Yeah, on one album, yeah. I would say prior to that, I've put in close to 2.5 on the Reckoning album. But yeah, other than that, I haven't really put that much money into it. And a lot of it was spent on features, but a lot of it's being spent on PR and promo and stuff like that as well.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, continue what you were saying.
No, I appreciate that. Yeah, I appreciate you asking about it. So with me closing out this album, though, I really just want to like leave behind just a lot of emotion, a lot of what I felt like I should have done before as Wreckin Ralph, and I didn't do. I'm doing on this album, and like I said, I'm just leaving it behind and going forward from there. I'm doing a little San Antonio anthem. I got a Houston track with Juan Gotti, Lucky Luciano. The very last track, Going Down, is like a club joint, club banger. And if you know Wreckin Ralph, like Wreckin Ralph's not known for that kind of music at all. So it just kind of shows like my versatility, and I'm a good songwriter. I can orchestrate a whole song together and put the people that need to be on it, and make it sound like it's supposed to sound. And you can expect that going forward with Wreckin.
Mm-hmm. And with the Colors of the Tone track, I know you mentioned in the last interview, but if those that didn't watch, just go ahead and talk about how y'all came together and made that song.
Right, yeah, I'd love to touch on that a little bit more, actually, because I kind of left out a little bit on the other one. Basically what happened, I'll start from the start from here, just because I feel like it's a really meaningful track. My cousin actually used to rap back in like 2008, 2009. He still kind of dabbles with the rap here and there, right? He's a Christian rapper now. But basically he wrote the track and then he quit rapping a couple years later, gave me a lot of his beats, and that was one of the beats. He had a concept to it called Color of the Tone, and it didn't sound anything like what you hear right now. If you listen to my Color of the Tone, it sounded completely different, but I kept the concept because I just loved the idea of an anthem song called Color of the Tone for the city. So me and my boy Mike Meticulous reworked it, got Mark Gaboda on it, and like I said in the last interview, I dropped it on SoundCloud, let it run for like a week or so, and then I pulled it. So at that point, basically, it's been unreleased for all these years. That was back 2014. So I'm finishing up this album, and basically this album, it's 10 tracks, and 5 of them are like pretty much like brand new, and 5 of them are like from 2016, 2017, and Color of the Tone is from 2014. So it's kind of like a mix of old tracks and new tracks, and that's kind of why I was calling it Recollect, because it's something like I can look back on and really appreciate that Wreckin' Ralph left behind 10 albums. Like, that's hard, bro. Like, a lot of people don't fucking do that, you know? So with this album, I really wanted to leave a staple and a mark, and I feel like I really did that, man. Like, if you look at this stack right here, so this is a stack of my CDs, like Wreckin' Ralph. That's my demo, WR2K. Got Southside Story, 78210, which is when I started working with Mark Gabota, and like when I started doing the Color of the Tone track. So this is kind of like when it came around, 2014. And got Two Artists Won't Go, Zero Tolerance. Got compilation album. Got Welcome to Hell is another compilation. Recognize, which is the first in my Rec series. Then I got Reckoning, part 2 in my Rec series. Reconcile, part 3 in my Rec series, which goes to the Reconcile Deluxe. And then this is my final chapter of my Rec series, closing out Wreckin' Ralph's journey. And I feel like even just like we're getting back to Color of the Tone, I mean, if you grew up in San Antonio, you love San Antonio music, you appreciate San Antonio music, you know Third Degree, especially if you're in the like 24 to mid 30 range, like, you know Third Degree more than likely. And this is like the first track with Third Degree on it since like 2004 or 2005, if I'm not mistaken. So to me, like, that's a pretty big fucking deal. And basically I built off that concept, left it unreleased. I redid my verse. Like I was saying on the last interview, I hit up Live Ola because we had already worked on a track previously. He got on it, killed it. And I was just like, man, it'd be fucking nuts if I got King Kylie on it, because that's just the last piece of the puzzle. And Lil Ken, I don't know, like, if he's just like that with everybody, but he's kind of inaccessible. Like, I can't like contact him. He doesn't hit me back or nothing. So Mark Gabota is the next best option, the only option. So once it was all pieced together, I hadn't told any of them they were on it, and that's kind of where we left off in the last interview, is that like none of them had knew they were on it, and I'm releasing it. The track drops November 6th, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, November 6th. I got a little list up there. I got to double check. November 6th, the track drops, and I've gotten Live stamp of approval. I got Kyle's stamp of approval. Mark loves it. He's happy to be on a track with them again since 2004, 2005. So everybody's happy with it. Everybody loves the track. And like I was saying in the last interview as well, everybody at show loves the track. So I'm super hype about it. Like I said, something I'm ecstatic to leave behind on my Wreckin' Ralph's final album. Just because, like I was touching base with you last time, I'm kind of leaving behind that little San Antonio music. Like, I don't like rapping about the tone this and San Antonio that, like a lot of people do here in San Antonio. So that's kind of like the one time I really want to like do that and do it right.
Mm-hmm. And are you gonna leave the albums and music still up for people to, you know, listen to, stream and shit like that?
Absolutely, yeah. I don't ever plan on taking Wreckin' Ralph's music down. That's something I built, man. 10 albums, like I said, that's a lot. Like, I know a lot of people that can't finish one album, so 10 albums, that's a lot. I'm gonna leave it up. I'm actually moving them all over. I used to use CD Baby and Ditto Music as distributors. I'm actually moving them all over to my new distributor, and they're gonna help me kind of repush everything. And they're teaching me I have equity in my music, and basically what that means is there's so much money left lying in these records that you kind of don't realize until like you really think about it. Instead of just dropping one album, an explicit version, you drop the explicit and the clean version. You drop the explicit, clean, and a chopped and screwed version. You drop the live version. And basically what that does is it puts your music out there so many more times that sales. The more you put yourself out there, the more time people are going to grab it, and you get more opportunities to make money. So little things like that, free game that I'm giving out. It took me 10 years to learn and get all this together. 6 years of rapping, 10 years of learning engineering and being in the rap game and just learning everything. So I'm just happy to be in a place right now where I'm moving forward. I can leave Wreckin' Ralph's music up and put it with my new distributor, and they'll help me. I can leave that behind for my family. You know, that's something I was worried about before. If anything, God forbid, if anything ever happens to me, how are they gonna access my CD baby and my Ditto music and like upload unreleased songs and stuff like that? You know, like I don't have to worry about that with my new distributor. Like everything's safe with them. Everything's super fucking safe with them, and I'm super happy where I'm at right now, man. Like I finally feel like I'm leveling up in this music career that I've been trying so hard to grow into.
Mm-hmm. And the picture, the image on the album, that's you?
Yeah, that's me. A lot of people think it's my daughter. That's me. That's me in my grandma's house. That's the house I grew up in on Brunswick on the south side.
Mm-hmm. And so I know it had to be a deeper meaning on why you put that as a
yeah, man. Like I said, you recollect, you look back, just think on stuff. And to me, like we don't even have that house. The house isn't even in the family no more. My grandpa built it, if I'm not mistaken, with his dad. And I grew up in that house my whole life with my grandma. And I just really wanted to leave something dope behind, man. Like you look at it and you see like the pictures aged and shit, and that ain't like no effect or something. You know, people add effects to like pictures and stuff. Like the picture's really that old. Like I'm that old, you know. Nah. But yeah, the album meant that much to me, and the picture meant that much to me, and just the journey meant that much to me. I had to press it up on vinyl. Like I just had to, because it just I've never had any of my albums on vinyl. Never even thought about it really, but man, we had a little record listening party last night, and I drank a little bit, and it was dope, man. I've never gotten to hear my music like that, and it's been a cool fucking journey, man, for sure. And I'm ready to keep going. Like I said, it ain't gonna stop. We're coming with some harder shit. I'm working on some stuff with Live Ola right now. I'm working on some stuff with Juan Gotti. Marquise, if he's still in town, he might be coming through the studio later today, but if not, we'll be working remotely. He's out in Houston and stuff like that. So I got some cool stuff I'm working on right now, man, and stuff that Wreckin Ralph wouldn't have done. So it's hard.